Hey, how's it going? My name is Hazeeq. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Multivac. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your research before investing money into crypto. So yeah, jumping into the daily chart straight away, we're on TradingView giving you the swing high target of 17.5 cents on the 1.618 fib. Okay, this is the large fib that we're targeting, and this is from this swing high to this swing low in March, okay? And that gives us a technical target of 17.5 cents, but this is a low cap gem, so it could either go parabolic, right? And even, go all the way to 70 cents over here at the second fib level, right? And that can happen in 3 months. It absolutely can. But what could also happen is that you get to the 1.414 and that's it. That's where you roll over. Okay, and you'll be sitting there waiting for this target to be met, and you're just going to come up here, get rejected, and go back down into the bear, and you'll be left with your tokens in the bear market, and that's what you don't want to be doing. Okay, you want to be taking profits, of course, unless you're in it for the long term, and by long term I mean 4 or 5 years until the next bull market. Okay, so what you realistically should do is sell 40, 50, or 60% of your tokens at this level over here if you're looking to be taking profits, because I do expect the bull market to end a bit earlier than December than what people are calling for, because if everyone knows when the bull market is going to end, then everybody's going to win, and people are going to start selling before December, okay? And that's going to put a lot more pressure on the market, and the selling pressure is going to increase, thus leading the projects downwards on a downward spiral, right? So keep that in mind. And yeah, 17.5 cents, that's our target for the bull market. But also you have to keep in mind the 1.414 over here sitting at 8 cents, 33457. Okay. So yeah, looking on the daily chart, we're pretty healthy. I think we broke a major resistance level over here on the daily RSI. So that's a sign that we're moving forward. Okay. So yeah, you can see this resistance level was respected 3 times over here. So he had 3 rejections from this zone, 1, 2, and 3. And the 4th time we went up against this resistance, we broke out and you're coming back up. And once you get to the overbought zone over here, this is where you want to be taking profits. But as you can see, perhaps don't take profits as soon as you enter this area, because you can see that the projects usually tend to fluctuate in between these areas. I'm not saying wait for too long, but maybe wait until it gets to the 80 level at least, right? When it gets to the 80 on the index, that's when you sell. But you should have your own plan, obviously, and your plan um, should be designed with your financial goals, right? That's what you should be looking at. So looking at this little smaller fib that we have set up over here, this is going to be important right now. So we have a fib set up from the swing low over here. This swing low was just a couple of days ago, October 8th, and this swing high over here, September 5th. So you can see that you almost broke this high over here, but you got rejected and you went back down. Okay, you didn't lose this neckline, because if you would have lost it, this would have been a double top, and you pretty much would have carried out a pullback. Okay, and that pullback, well, you need to get off the log scale to get a proper target, but there would have been a pullback because this is a double top pattern. It's a bearish pattern if you would have lost the neckline, but you bounced off the neckline, as you can see, bounced off this support over here, bounced off once again. So you have a double top pattern, and that's a little pattern that you want to be keeping in mind right now, because from the bottom to the neckline, you can see that you do have a target over here, and that pretty much gives you you're pretty much getting to this resistance over here, right, at 0.0239. And this is where you got rejected twice before. If you get rejected a third time, that's a triple top. And if you come back down and lose this neckline that we talked about before, you're going to have to pull back, and you're pulling back perhaps to the 786 on the fib. Okay, if you're going to lose the EMAs, right? So a couple of patterns playing out over here. Yeah, you can see that. So hopefully we can break the high. It's all about breaking this high. If we do break the high, we're looking at 0.036086. Okay, that's going to be our target. That's the 1.618 on the smaller fib. Okay, that's giving us a target that I just gave you. So 0.036086. Okay, so just keep these little patterns in mind. Hopefully you can, by this point of watching me, hopefully you're someone who's been watching me for quite a while. Hopefully you can distinguish between these patterns by yourself and really look at the charts differently after everything that I tried teaching on this channel. So have the EMAs up. Obviously the EMAs are important support and resistance levels. And we're gonna jump into, by the way, this is the 20 EMA and this is the 55 EMA, okay? EMAs, I recommend using EMAs, not moving averages, but moving exponential averages or exponential moving averages, whatever you wanna say. And basically the moving averages, the simple moving averages, the SMAs or the MAs are lagging indicators. However, the EMAs are not. That's why I use them. They have more real time value. Now let's jump into KuCoin. Now we are on KuCoin and this is the daily chart, okay? And you can see that over here, we do have this very nice cup and handle pattern playing out. And this cup and handle pattern has been playing out ever since 2019 of April, okay? So more than 2 years right now. We're having this large cup and handle pattern, okay? And what you want to do is just place a trend line. Actually, I'm just going to remove that and place a new trend line from the resistance of the cup all the way down to this bottom of the cup. I'm not going to count in this large wick because it just seems like a scam wick. I don't know. I'm not going to count that in. So this is the bottom for me, and you take it and place it where the breakout occurred. So currently you're looking at 0.037, okay? That's what you're looking at. That's your target from this cup and handle. As you can see, this was your handle, right? You broke out of it. You got rejected from this resistance a bit. You went back above it, and now we do have this target, okay? This target that I just gave you. So it's looking good. It's looking good. If we jump into the daily chart on the stochastic RSI, let's see what's going on over here. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to get into the overbought over here. Once you see this over here, like I'm highlighting the upper area over here, this is when you're overbought on the stochastic RSI. This is when you want to be selling. But when you're here on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly, on the 12-hourly chart, this is when you're going to be buying. And I mentioned only the higher time frames because those have the most influence, okay? Those are the more important charts. You can look at the 4-hourly chart, surely, but the 4-hourly chart fluctuates a lot more. So it goes from the overbought to the oversold very quickly, okay? So once you get here, perhaps you could start taking some profits before you roll over and see yourself in the oversold, okay? But keep in mind that you can stay in this overbought zone for quite a while, for like a week, right? And then you can have that rollover. Just keep that in mind. Next up, we have the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. So what you want to be looking here for is that bullish cross. And once you get a bullish cross, that gives you a confirmation of the uptrend on the MACD. And once you get a bearish cross, that means you're in a downtrend, obviously. So here, we're just about to get that bullish cross in, okay? This is what you're looking for. Once you get that bullish cross, that can be your sign. That could be your flag, potentially that's going to say buy, okay? So obviously you want to be buying when when there's blood on the streets, when you're correcting. And I'm going to give you some support levels over here right now where you can potentially see yourself come down to. So obviously the daily 55 EMA is something to keep in mind. Okay, below that we do have the 100 EMA. The 100 EMA is almost where we have placed this fib retracement on the swing low, and that's potentially where we can get. And that is at 0.0128126, okay? So that's your support level. And just by looking at the candles, you can see where the support levels are by taking a look at swing highs. So I'm gonna show you this to you. So starting from here, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. You get a point. You get the point. So what you want to do now is just look at this swing high. Okay, so this is the swing high that potentially can support you moving on. So 0.0121142. I enlarged the text on the price tag. Hopefully you can see it better right now because some people are on the phones and they can't see properly. And I did just call out the price, so hopefully that's enough for you guys. So yeah, on the daily chart, we're looking very good. Getting a bit overextended on the weekly. We're not going to jump into the weekly right now because the video is a bit overextended. But hopefully that gave you nice targets and nice support zones, guys. Honestly, yeah, just look at the swing highs and the swing lows. I can do you one better. So you can see there's a swing high over here and a swing high over here. What you can do is just place this little rectangle over here like this. That's quite a large one, but if you do enter this area below, okay, if you do pull back to this area, okay, this is where you want to be buying. This is going to be your buy area from now on. And if you get a bit lower, obviously you can do that, but if you're gonna end up in here, then it's just gonna be a straight buy, okay? But obviously, do take a look at Bitcoin. It's the catalyst for the market. It's the king of all the cryptos. What Bitcoin does, altcoins will follow. So you have to keep that in mind. Thank you for watching, guys. Do check out the Telegram chat in the description. Check out the Discord server that we have going on. And if you feel like supporting the channel, there's a USDT TRC20 wallet in the description. Feel free to support the channel. Don't feel like you have to. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.